For our third use case, StormRunner functional execution, we'll see how we can leverage the full SaaS capability and see how we can create an automated test, a test suite, and go through exploratory session. So now, going into our automation tab, we can see all the tests that we've already included in here, and then we can go and create a test from scratch, or because we've already uploaded scripts, we can import them quickly into the automation test that we're creating right now. So this could be Auto Test Suite 1. I can pull from the scripts that I have already existing from my environment. I can add them. Then all I have to do is add the environments, and then we can start running this test. What you'll notice here, that's also a unique value from StormRunner Functional, is that I've got two different types of technologies that are running this test. So I've got a Selenium test and a LeanFT test, and I can run these both at the same time in multiple environments in parallel. So for this web session, here is a view into the lab that we're going to be providing you that you don't have to worry about anymore. So we're offering you the most modern lab services. So our operating systems that we're supporting are Windows, Mac, and Linux. And then, of course, the browsers will be Chrome, Firefox, IE, and Safari for Mac. So here I can choose what type of browser. I can choose the version, the latest version. I can go to a specific one that our test scenario is designed on, and then select the resolution. Then I want to be able to do cross-browser testing, and we can do that by choosing Firefox. Let's choose the beta version. As we mentioned, being able to test the our applications of today for tomorrow. This allows us to test that we've got the beta version. Before that beta gets released to our customers, we'd certainly like to know if our test is going to have any problems with it and it gets released out to the world. So wouldn't it be great if we could know that in advance before it actually gets released and know that that new browser version is what's causing the problems and the other ones did not. And then we can include IE, and we can include other operating systems as well. Then once I do that, all I have to do is start running it, and we'll see our notifications tab update. We've got our Auto Test Suite 1, and then those results will be produced as well. So what if I don't have scripts in here already? So this is an example of where we can use the full SaaS capability to record our scripts. So if we go and create another test, new test alpha, I can go into our recording session. I can choose the environment that I want and start recording a script straight from scratch. So this is going to be spinning up the environment I chose. It's a Windows 10, Chrome 60, and the resolution type. And then we'll see, as we start recording this, we'll see on our scripting section, we'll see a live LeanFT script that'll be being produced, and we'll have the ability to add these checkpoints in here. So if we just go to a www.microfocus.com, we can do a quick search, and we'll see at the bottom, this live script is being created from scratch. I'll click agree, get my real estate back. Then I can add a checkpoint to the icons that I want to, as I'd want to do with any functional test. So of note, this is a beta environment, so we do expect some latencies in here as the nightly build is actually occurring while we're doing this demo. So no problem with that. We'll go back here and check out this checkpoint. We want to make sure that this Watch Now video is here so that all the people can see what Micro Focus is about. We can go to the next step, and then continue from there. So we click on our Watch Now video, we make sure that the video is displayed as expected, and then we'll end our business process from there. Call this Micro Focus video check 1. And now we can leverage the script to add to our automated tests. Now, of course, This would be examples of me manually clicking this run button for automated test. What we would have with the start of the Jenkins plugin is that we would have these scheduled out, and in the future we'll have the scheduling provided by StormRunner Functional as well, so that we can have these tests kick off automatically and I don't have to go in here and click the run button. So these can be for your individual automated tests or for your test suites as well. Just checking through the chat window here. So what's the difference between UFT and StormRunner Functional? This comes from Jake. That's a great question, Jake. I appreciate that. So we fully understand how that question would come across, but there's certainly some clarifications to be made. So what StormRunner Functional is doing, it's not reinventing the functional testing business, but it's really just modernizing it to help overcome the latest trend challenges, specifically for the lab services. So from a scripting perspective, there's certainly a lot of differences between StormRunner Functional and UFT, but the key thing to note is that StormRunner Functional is not designed to be an alternative to UFT. It's a complementary tool to our on-premise tools that exist, and it's designed to extend that offering by removing the need for you to have to take care of your on-premise lab environment and helping you to save the time and money associated behind that. So we can offer you this functional testing as a service. So we can provide some additional details as far as some of the key differentiators, but one of them certainly being not just being able to do cross-browser testing, but cross-browser reporting, and then of course all the abilities that we see for remote execution, uploading scripts in here, which you can't do natively inside of StormRunner, inside of UFT itself. We'll be able to follow with a view to figure out what your business case is and see which use case that we're running through makes the most sense for you. And of course, the big difference between StormRunner Functional and UFT is StormRunner Functional is designed for your web and mobile applications, where UFT supports various other technologies. So if you have more than a web and mobile applications, then that's where the perfect use case of remote execution inside of UFT would make sense for you, so that you're not limited by the technologies of web and mobile applications. So next, we'll go into our mobile lab session.